Hi everyone, I'm Razzlynn from the opposition team for debate motion 2 and I'll be the second speaker for the topic on whether parents have the right to determine which genes their unborn baby will have. In my opinion, parents should not have the right to determine the genes of their unborn baby. To oppose what Charlyn from the proposition team had mentioned, if one could nip a problem at its bud, why would one wait till the child is born and then decide what kind of treatment the child has to go throughout his or her life, or how the child would have to fend for himself or herself if the parents are gone? This may be a strong statement, but it all depends on the child itself. We have seen people with deficiencies holding a job and even starting a family. Right now in Singapore, and also the rest of the world, government has set up various handicapped welfare associations to break down barriers and ensure the physically challenged advance towards equal opportunity that we will all enjoy. As I had mentioned earlier, it all depends on the child itself. Live your life not by expectation but of the others, but by your own aspiration. Charlene also mentioned of the financial burden parents will be having. I do not agree with this because the government is helping lessen their burden by providing aids to them. The government have also organized charity shows yearly in the hope to raise funds and to encourage acceptance of people with disabilities as equal members in the workplace, school, and the community. For example, the SPD charity show. For the proposition team's second point, it is true what Charlene had said. We couldn't help staring at physically disabled people, but this can be further improved. The main goal of charity shows is to be able to change mindsets with message of acceptance and to have people with disabilities fully integrated and included in our society. And from this, people will have more respect and also support them. Thirdly, mentioned from the proposition speaker, genetic engineering can help eradicate genetic disorders such as Huntington's disease. Is this successful? I don't think so. Based on an internet source, at present, no laboratory is known to be attempting this well-developed technology in humans. Princeton molecular biologist Lee Silver offers two reasons. First, even in animals, it only works 50% of the time. Second, even when successful, about 5% of the time, the new genes get placed in the middle of an existing gene, creating a new mutation. Currently, these odds are not acceptable to scientists and especially potential clients hoping for genetic engineering of their offspring. Isn't this life-threatening? What if the child inside becomes more disabled than it really is? What if the mother carrying it suffers a miscarriage? This can be a critical decision to both parents and the child itself. If more parents like Linda and her boyfriend were to go through genetic testing, why only to find out that their child is most likely to have a disease, they would want to abort the fetus. If this happens, wouldn't the population be at risk? Moreover, scientists fear that if genetic engineering is used unwisely on human beings, it could endanger everything we value, including who and what we are. One of the pioneers of human genetic engineering predicts that within 30 years, there will be a gene-based therapy cure for most diseases, but he fears the profound dangers of his own work. This further concludes that genetic engineering is not 100% successful. Not to mention about expenses of genetic engineering, I have summed up that it is not 100% safe, so why bother about the cost? Which matters the most? Being perfect but with unsuccessful outcome or being born with natural disabilities but leading a successful and happy life? Therefore, manipulating genes of the unborn babies can thus lead to ethical problems as mentioned above. To conclude this, I strongly disagree that parents have the right to determine which genes their unborn baby will have due to all the reasons stated above. Thank you for your kind attention.